Hi guys, welcome back to Pumpkin Reborns. I'm your host, Critter Girl, and this evening I will be doing the requested bedtime routine. Um, First of all, I want to apologize that it took me that long to get that out. For those of you who didn't see it, I put a poll up for my 200 subscriber special on Christmas Eve, and I'm just now getting to do that video, but I wanted to give everybody plenty of time to vote that wanted to. So, a bedtime routine one. So we're going to be doing that. Um, and by the way, it's 250 subscribers now, so thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that. So first I want to show you this that I made this evening. This is just kind of a little DIY thing that I did. Have you guys ever seen those little clips? I usually see them on Amazon. They just say, don't touch, your germs are too big for me. You clip them on your baby's car seat or on their clothes. I'm sure you've probably seen those. And I had looked at some of those, and for one thing, they were all pretty expensive for only like 2 of them in a pack, and I have a little bit left on Amazon card, but I couldn't find a pack of them that I could still afford. So, and plus they weren't personalized, and considering that my babies are reborns, I thought that it was kind of weird for it to mention that germs were the cause because they're reborns, they can't get sick. I just simply don't like it when people touch them without consent. So I took to Microsoft Word and printed these out, and the stickers on there are just stickers that weren't on my computer. And then I just laminated them with my laminator, and I'll probably just like stick them on their shirt with a safety pin. So yeah, I just wanted to do that because seriously, I'm just showing you some random ones. I love to take my babies with me, but you would be amazed the number of people who think it's okay to just reach up and touch somebody's baby. Like, I mean, they don't know it's not a real baby at the time. And, even if they didn't, it's not okay to just touch someone's things without asking. I've had people actually try to take them out of my arms and hold them before, too. Like, I'm just no offense, but it's usually, like, older women. Like, and I get it. I'm like, I trust that you have grandkids and that you really love your grandkids or your kids, but, like, you don't just take some woman's baby, because one day you're going to try that with a woman with a real baby, and she's going to go all mama bear on you. So, it's just to anyone watching this, just please don't touch someone's baby, especially as strangers without permission. Just don't do that. So, just showing a couple of them. So, I got those done tonight. Got bored. Wanted to do that. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and make our way into the nursery and get started on this bedtime routine. I'm going to start off by saying right now, before we get into this, I'm sorry, it's a little bit messy in here. I have been remodeling my dollhouse, and so I've got some supplies laying around, but it's a little better now than it was earlier. And I also took down our Christmas decorations today, and they're just kind of sitting in a box on my floor and have yet to be moved somewhere else. So, just ignore that. So, we start over on this side of the room. I usually just kind of go around the room in this direction. Usually for our bedtime routine, what I do just to get everything kind of dark for the babies and to kind of get them settled in for bed, I just take our handy dandy little remote there and turn it on a soothing color like blue. I got this at Big Lots, by the way. I think it's really cool. So, anyway, so here are Chris and Norma. They usually don't have their pacifiers during the day, but we had a little scare today. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but yeah, let's just say that a repair guy pulled up into our driveway in his van, and I wasn't expecting a repair guy, so like my parents weren't home at the time, and I got scared and called the cops. So yeah. So I shook for like an hour because I genuinely had no idea someone was supposed to come, and it was so weird to me that someone would just sit in my driveway. Like, yeah, it freaked me out. Anyway, so I had kind of a scare today, and so I gave the babies their pacifiers because Mama freaked out, and when Mama freaks out, everybody freaks out. So I'm just gonna move Chris over here for just a second, and I'm gonna pick Norma up because I have got to move their blanket down. I usually have them lay on top of the gray blanket. Well, I guess I could. Well, you know what? Just to make this easier since I've only got one hand. Normally they lay on top of one blanket and are covered up with the other. I know that's not a proper way to hold a baby. This is not a real baby. Relax. So, these two are super sweet. I love the way they lay together. I apologize if the footage is a little shaky because I am doing this with one hand. But I like to position Chris and Norma like this. They're little snuggle bunnies. These two could pass as twins, I swear. And then, of course, once they're tucked in, they have their pacifiers. They get their loveys. Chris has this little bunny, and Norma also has a bunny. So I just let her hold that. A quick disclaimer, real babies should never sleep with stuffed animals and blankets. They can suffocate, but obviously it's okay for reborns. So here those two are. Also, you shouldn't have 4 of them in the same crib, but I'm pretty sure that's common sense. Anyway, so here is Miss Linda, and because Linda's eyes are open, and it just bothers me that when she's supposed to be asleep, her eyes are open, I like to put this on her. So there's that. I just put that on her, and I'm just gonna... She uses her lovey as a blanket during the day because she is such a small preemie. Kind of hard to tell on camera, but if you just look at her next to Annie, you can kind of see how little she is. It is very, very hard for me to find warmer clothes like sleepers that fit her. So since her lovey, again, dwarfs her because she's so little, she uses it as kind of a extra blanket during the day without being actually tucked in so that little one doesn't get her days and nights mixed up. I usually don't tuck them in during the day too much because having them, I like to associate being tucked in with bedtime so they know what to do when they get tucked in. So here is Miss Annie. I'm going to take her pacifier just for a minute so I can move her. We're going to scoot her down here for just a moment. Annie's blanket is actually handmade by the Amish. I got it in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which, by the way, if you've never done an Amish tour, especially down there, I would highly recommend it. It's very interesting. And they're very nice people. So, anyway, so that's where I got Annie's blanket. Her bunny actually came from the same place, and so did her pacifier clip. So, Annie was actually in the mail on the way, expected to arrive sometime while I was on my trip, so I bought several things for her while I was there to have for her when I got home. So now that these guys are, well, never mind, I will do that in a minute. So, when I go around this side of the room, we turn all the snakes' lights off. Some people use red lights for their snakes at night. You're really not supposed to do that. It's not good for their eyes. But they also have to have a period of time, just like all living things, where the sun is not out. So we turn their lamps off, and I gotta stick my head way back here and unplug Jamie and Bryce's because they don't have little toggle switches on them. So, and once the snake lights are off, we set up Carrie's bed, which will be last. So here's Miss Elena. She is ready for bed as well. I'm just going to take her little pants off for her to go to bed because nobody likes to sleep in pants. I know I don't. Feels like a crime. So she's just going to sleep in her little shirt, and I'm going to lay her little pants over here so I can put them back on her in the morning. And Elena likes to sleep swaddled, so I will take her swaddle and just kind of wrap her up. This isn't the most graceful swaddle ever, but she just likes to be wrapped up to sleep. Her little blanket's kind of inside out, but that's okay. And she already has her pacifier, and for these two bassinets, we turn on their night lights. And then here's Riff, who is... Hold on, guys. I apologize for that quick little skip there. Got a phone call, had to take it. So, anyway, we're going to put Riff to bed next. She has this little thing that hangs above her bed. Isn't that cute? So she's already almost entirely tucked in. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring the sides up over her little arms to keep them warm. Well, if you hear my dog barking, just ignore that. Gonna go ahead and do that. Give her her little hedgehog. She's got her binky in already. And we're going to turn on her night light. You hear my dog? I have a little chihuahua, for those of you who don't know, and she screeches like that. She doesn't bark, she screeches. So, anyway, so here's Miss Jamie, and she's had some mittens on today because it was a little chilly in here this morning. But we're going to take them off for her to go to bed. I can't imagine they'll be too comfortable. And she's plenty tucked in already. Jamie gets cold really easily, so if it's a little chilly in here, I keep her pretty bundled up. So she's still, this is her old blanket. It's still hers, but we don't cover her with it anymore. We cover her with this one. But she still likes to sleep on top of her old blanket because she's still very attached to it. So, and I'm going to give her her turtle. She's already got her binky in. I hope you guys just heard the noise my dog made. Oh my gosh, it's Ladybug out there. And so now we're just going to bundle her in. And she's sleepy. It is 6:27 and her bedtime is 6:30, so got her to bed on time. And here's Miss Lori. And once again, since she's kind of half wrapped in her blanket already, we're just going to kind of wrap this up around her to get her little arms warm and shoop, burrito. She's going to sleep in burrito mode this evening. And, oh, her passy is not clipped. Please pardon my dogs. My mom's pulling in the driveway right now, so, like, they're going nuts. Okay, got that clipped on there. So there's Lori's pacifier, and there's her mittens. Found one, where's the other one? Oh, and here's her pumpkin. Of course, we gotta sit that close to her. Can't find the other mitten, but that's okay. So, and then Lori's bed. She loves her mobile. What the heck? Okay, her mobile isn't wanting to work. Okay, guys, sorry about yet another pause. My mom brought home a feeder mouse for my... What is going on with this thing? It probably needs batteries, if I'm being totally honest with y'all. So we're just gonna... This usually spins, but we're just gonna turn on her nightlight for now, because I can't get it to work. And I don't feel like putting batteries in it tonight. So now we're gonna set up Carrie's bed. Okay, so Carrie's bed is just a little toddler cot. It folds up super easy, and I actually store it under here. During the day, it takes 5 seconds to store it and to get it out and put it back up, so it's super handy. And let's see, where's her bunny? She sleeps with her bunny every night. Her bunny's name is Crinkle, because the ears crinkle. So we just toss that over on her bed, and I'm going to let her sleep in just this long sleeve shirt. It's super soft, and frankly, changing her clothes because she's so big is not easy. So we're just going to go ahead and move her to her bed. In case anybody wanted a visual of just how big she is compared to me, I am holding her on my hip right now. She is 39 inches, so she's a big girl. Alright, so I got her pants off. I'm going to let her hold her bunny, and we're going to cover her up with her blanket. Fun fact, this blanket was actually mine when I was a baby. It's gotta try to spread it out here. Cover her up. It's got a cute little teddy bear on it. This blanket was actually mine when I was a baby. So, there she is. And we keep her hair in a braid. Keep it from getting so tangled. So, there's Miss Carrie. So, now that my snake is eating, so I'll leave her alone for a minute. But now that everybody is tucked in, night lights are on, we turn on our mobile. And we turn on our little light. And our ceiling projector. I think it's supposed to be a little alien. And then we, of course, time it for 20 minutes.
Timing 20 minutes.
Since everybody's still up and about, we might do 40 tonight. Well, nah, we'll just do 20. Sorry. So that goes on. And then we do our little relaxing puppy, and this one has an automatic 30-minute timer. There's the roaches. And now that everybody's tucked in, it is time to say goodnight and go to bed. Good night, guys.